10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all! Hey y'all! Hey y'all! Hey y'all! Somebody called me. I'm gonna have to call him back. You guys, how are you? Checking in. Sky Life is checking in. Y'all, hold on, let me get my glasses. Hold on, can y'all see me? I can't see me. Hold on. I'm rusty. Can y'all see me? I can see y'all now. Hold on, y'all. Look, I don't know why I do this. I go away, come back, and still be rusty again. Hey, y'all. I hope everything's going good. I hope all is well. What y'all up to? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can set this. This phone is being weird. Because I know I need to go into YouTube Studio. How y'all doing? I missed y'all. I was going to come back too, but the people was worrying me. I missed y'all though. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Folks be trying me, y'all. They be trying me. Okay, now see, when you go to dashboard, okay. Now just say content. Oh, they got some things up here at the top. I don't like doing it on here. Y'all might be able to slide today. I don't know. With the I can't get the subscriber mode on there. How y'all doing? Y'all, let me tell y'all what is going on. So, I missed y'all. Wait, hold on. Is there any comment? How do I see the comments? Is there a comment? Hold on, y'all. Let me get my glasses. Lord, Father, I can't see. I remember I had the comments on the screen or something. How you get the comments on the screen? Okay, I know you hit that. Hi, Michael. What's up with you? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, there you go. Show comments. I know it's been a while, y'all. I know it's been a while, y'all. The people and the places and the things is always doing something. Michael, where you from? I ain't seen you over here. What's going on? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the link in there. Cause one of y'all can come in here and talk to me. They done changed this whole little stream, y'all thing, y'all. They trying to get jazzy. Too jazzy. Well, now I can't even find a star. Come on now. I just want to see. Cause remember last time, y'all, I was trying to add people. Couldn't even add the folks. I couldn't even see what they. Okay, there we go. Invite guests. Copy. Hold on, y'all. New Orleans. Hey, New Orleans. Hey. You know what? I was in New Orleans. I think the link is in the chat, y'all. You know, Michael, I was in New Orleans right before Hurricane Katrina hit. Okay. So many, many moons ago. And I went to this guy I had met down there. He had took me to Lake Pontchartrain. And I went down there, ate it. Anybody can come up if they want to come up and talk. I ate at some restaurants. Y'all had some good food down there, some really good food. But then yeah, he called me. I can't remember how much later it was, but we got in contact after Katrina. He was like, Lake Pontchartrain, that place I took you to, they had all the boats in the because I liked it because like all of the houses, they were like lake houses, and I always wanted a lake house. And he was like, it's gone. I was like, no way it's gone. Then I saw the news and I was like, dang, it is gone. Crazy, y'all. But hey, that's nature. So I just wanted to come in, y'all, and talk. I missed y'all, give y'all an update on the stuff, y'all. I'm a little bit late. I'm a little bit behind, but we're going to catch up with all of it. So let's start off with, who we going to start off with? Let's start off with Puff Daddy. Shout out to Puff. And shout out to him for being that Rico, y'all. You know what? Now, Puff is tricky, okay? Because we know he done did some stunts and he done did some, some things. But that one man, Rico, was bogus when they ran into R. Kelly. And I'm so happy that Puff Daddy beat that Rico. Because I was really worried about them seizing his assets. And I'm so glad that they didn't get an opportunity to do that. Now granted, while the Rico was met in a messed up way that they was trying to present it, because I saw the way it was a dirty Rico, but in regards to like the bribery, and it was another charge. And shout out, where's Boston at? Where's Justin Shelton? Y'all, we've been arguing over Puff Daddy like it's R. Kelly, okay? Look, me and Boston, we've been in IG, and it's so funny because neither of us know a lot about the case, but we arguing over Puff Daddy. Like, I don't really have no dog in the fight, but I love a good argument. But I don't care what nobody say. It's certain things that I'm not gonna bend on, and I'm just not gonna let pass. Like if it's not righteous, I'm not supporting it. Them women were once again willing participants. They was lying. They was co-conspirators with immunity. I'm not going for none of that. Okay, so that was we've been arguing about that. But I'm so happy because we have been wanting to see what does a good defense look like. Okay, us R. Kelly supporters, what does a good defense look like? And we finally got a chance to see what a good defense looks like. Okay, so shout out to him, shout out to his defense team, because they weren't going, and it was stupid. Granted the Rico was mad, but it was so. This is my main problem with it. Okay, we know what kidnapping is, we know what bribery is, we know what unaliving is. Okay, I don't need you prosecutors to come and tell me the narrative that I need to put towards the bribery or the unaliving or the kidnapping or whatever the case may be, the trafficking. I don't need you to do that. So I'm so glad that some of them jurors were like me, and they were like, okay, well, it's not fitting my understanding and my narrative of what we all know bribery to be. And then they try to muddy the waters in the media. Turns out that Puff didn't even dude was trying to extort him. Puff didn't offer no money. Dude offered the money to him. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of things that we didn't know that were going on behind the scenes. But I'm so happy that he beat that Rico. Now I just want to see what's gonna happen with the rest of this. But whatever it is, the man gets to retain his money. Now, granted, he gonna take a loss. I don't see it being a severe loss because I don't know. You never know with some of these rich people, but most people are got enough investments where even when they spend their money will replenish. You know what I'm saying? So I believe you should be fine. I ain't even put all this in the I should have put this in the subject line, but it's fine. I go ahead. Kels. Y'all gonna quit playing with me with Kels, okay? I don't know. Some of y'all act like y'all just slow. I've been watching. I've been watching that. There's a whole bunch of shenanigans going on. Y'all coming on the internet being people y'all not even. I mean, let me tell you, the internet is undefeated. You can come on here and be anybody you want, okay? Anybody. And these past couple of weeks, I've been watching. I done ran into a whole nother sector. Shout out to Dana and Sylvia. Y'all wild now. I don't even know. I don't even know what I knew that there was a case going on, but I don't even know if it's looking like it's criminal or something. Is it criminal case? I thought it was a civil case. Y'all, I don't know. But following Dana, shout out to Dana J and Sylvia. Following Dana, because I watch mostly everything Dana posts. So if you want to get my attention, you better get on Dana channel because I'll probably see it there. Now he got 1 million channels, so I know I missed stuff, but following him and ran into this case, I guess some other people channel. Let me tell y'all something. I was looking, these people have presented themselves to be, oh, I'm a scholar. Oh, I'm so I'm to be respected and I have all these credentials. Y'all, these people out here is really clowns, okay? Don't let them fool you. And a lot of these people have talked about R. Kelly. How dare you? And it's so funny because they done went to jail. Some of these people beat R. Kelly to jail and got it. It's a bunch of hypocrites on this internet. It's a bunch of, what do they call it? False presenters. I'm talking about. I don't even know who y'all are. Like some of y'all just fake imposters. That's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Y'all is imposters. Okay. We got a bunch of imposters running around here trying to follow the punchline or talking about R. Kelly because it's popular. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Worry about you. Okay. You people clearly live in glass houses. Some of y'all are weird, and you all need to get yourself together before you say anything about some R. Kelly. I know it's popular. And I know it's going to get you a lot of views. I know that. But no, clean up your own backyard, okay? Before you say anything else about R. Kelly. And please know, I saw it was some girl trying to attack Dana. Ma'am, I just been chilling. But it is still some R. Kelly smoke available, okay? And from what I seen in your little backstory, you don't want none, okay? I'm sorry, I'm gonna spit on claim. You don't want none. Y'all with these essay stories, trying to take your personal essay story and put it with Kels, trying to act like that justifies or certifies the R. Kelly's accuser story. It doesn't. Okay? It doesn't. Now, if R. Kelly was your accuser, stupid, then maybe you could say, oh, I was essayed and R. Kelly was my essay, and so I could bring validation to what these people are saying. Outside of that, no, you can't. Because one thing has nothing to do with the other. I'm tired of y'all trying to get attention. Want to just y'all. It's been years, and it's been brewing, and they steady doing R. Kelly wrong. And then we got clowns out here trying to throw stuff. Throw too much. It's too much sauce for me. Okay, it's too much sauce, too much extra stuff that don't even need to be added. But I'm tired of y'all. You people who are essay, go find your accuser and prosecute them. They still sitting at the Thanksgiving table Uncle Red is still coming over to your grandma house, walking the dog with you. You still see him and y'all ain't doing nothing about it. See, I didn't want to go there, but see, sometimes y'all don't process things unless you hear a certain type of way. You just don't. But I'm so tired. I'm sick and tired. But yeah, these people on this internet, y'all, they some imposters. Thought I'm gonna have to, because y'all know I gotta get a nibble. And what else? Some of y'all slow. You all, when it came out that there was an attack on R. Kelly's life, a threat on R. Kelly's life, some of you were like, well, why would they want to kill R. Kelly? Why would they want to kill her? Like, what? Y'all got to be kidding now, right? You know what? And you can't blame people, because a lot of this, you have to have some form of education, because in order to analyze this, the R. Kelly case is just not cut and dry. It's just not. You have to be able to look at this different ways and put all the pieces together, because it's a whole bunch of pieces, okay? Hold on, let me see what he said. Hold on, let me see if I can bring your comment up. I was on Mark, June, and Dante channel. Oh, okay, Michael. Welcome. And shout out to Dante. You know what? What is June's channel? Because I wanted to go over there and see what he was saying. And Lamarck, shout out to Lamarck too. How do we? Okay, say show on stage. Okay, so let me finish. First of all, it's not complicated, okay? Anybody with a little bit of education and a little bit of common sense, now, that might be hard, but that's what it comes down to, because you have to be able to understand just a few basic things. We know everybody don't have common sense, however, when they came to get Kels, did you pay attention to how it happened? And all the extra sauce that, okay, let me try not to talk street, because I want to make sure that everybody, all people understand what I'm saying. When they came to get R. Kelly, there was a lot of propaganda pieces, a lot of media ads, a lot of extra stories that they were running, okay? We could start off with Gayle King. All right. You remember what happened with Gayle King? That was one. They completely sabotaged that man. They tried to make it like he was the big monster. If you saw the picture where they tried to make it like he was the big monster and Gayle King was a little lady sitting in a chair threatened by him. Okay. One. That man was in his own house, to my understanding, because I still haven't watched it. I don't like that lady, and I don't like how they did him. And I saw bits and pieces of it. But to my understanding, he was in his own house. And this man is being accused and of charges with minors that he already know he dealt with before. And he knows that the time behind all this, they trying to send him to prison. Okay? So for anybody to think that his behavior was anything other than what it was, and what it should be, what he's supposed to sit up there and smile, hey girl, King, hey girl. Yes, they're accusing me of exploitation with minors. Yes. Yes. No, I'm fine. I just went to ride my bike today. Yeah, I went to McDonald's. Yeah. And I mean, what do you think he's supposed to say? I would have been yelling just like he was standing up. Plus, y'all don't know people from Chicago. We animated, we loud. I'm loud now. I can hear myself being vibrated and loud. We loud people, we animated, and you try to send us to jail. Oh, you're gonna hear it. We're gonna let it be known either way. Okay. So that they tried to demonize him there. Let's go to number 2. Uh the leader of the gorillas, Kim Fox. No, we gotta go before that. We gotta go to the documentary. If you hear me mention the documentary is Surviving Lies. What they tried to put out as a documentary, okay? And so Michael, just so you know, based on what I saw years ago with the Surviving Lies documentary for R. Kelly, that's why when they Lamarck had that documentary, I didn't believe it because I saw how they manufactured and fabricated that documentary for R. Kelly. And that's what they do. They chop and screw and put bits and pieces of media together to create their own narrative. Okay. And that's what they did to Kels. Now, a lot of people, and that right there was so much sauce, y'all, and that was so damning. Kels is going to have to sue Lifetime in order to redeem his dignity, his integrity, and everything. It was so damning. It was so damning. I'm gonna tell y'all too. I just went and got my hair done. Okay. I don't know what me and my hairdresser was talking about, but I think we were talking about rappers or something like that. Oh, the music industry. I don't know, but she was like, we were talking. She just busted out, and she doesn't really know I'm a Kel supporter because we don't talk about it. My hairdresser. She European, okay. Cliff Oaks. So she just busted out. She's like, yeah, and like with R. Kelly, like when R. Kelly was kidnapping those girls. I think we was talking about Puff Daddy. And then she flipped over to that. And I truly believe she don't know that I'm a Kel supporter because, you know, we don't talk about it. We talk about hair stuff or whatever. Today we just happen to be talking about urban stuff. So she was like, yeah, because just like with R. Kelly and how he was kidnapping those girls and how he had them tied up. And I was like, no. And you know, I was just like, Lord, is this a test or something? Like, am I being tested? So I was like, no, baby. I said that wasn't true. And, you know, I just broke down to her that those were paid actors and that they were given a narrative to act out. And, you know, that did not come out of his trial. That was not part of his trial. That was part of the documentary, okay? The Surviving Lies documentary, which was too much sauce. Okay, so let me go back to my point. If R. Kelly is so guilty, that's what I'm saying, to take a little bit of education and a little bit of common sense. Why do you need to do a 5 or 6, I don't even know how many series of lies to make him look worse than what he is? Do you understand? Do y'all hear me? If he's already bad and you got enough real-time evidence, enough real accusers with some real stories, okay? Why do you need that extra piece, that propaganda piece to go out before his trial? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So for you all to sit up here and say, why would they want to kill him? Do you see what they did to take him down? How much money they spent to take him down? They was boycotting. You got Me Too, you got Time's Up, you got the Gorilla Face Fox and the leader of the apes Planet of the Apes. You got she went on and cited a riot talking about some if you got any information on R. Kelly or if you were victimized by R. Kelly, call in. Come on now. If you already got it, then why are you trying to produce it? Okay. Further, excuse my sniff. I took my sinus medicine. It might have to kick in. Further, what was I saying? Gayle King, and then you had his trial. I mean, like, do you all understand that? I don't know why you can't see that. It does not take all that to take somebody down. If you got the evidence and you got them red-handed, take them to trial. Charge them and take them to trial. That's all I'm saying. You put too much sauce on it. So how do you guys think that they didn't want to kill him? They did too much. Hey, sir. They did too much to get him in the jail. Okay, they did too much to get him in the jail. It don't take all that. If he did what he did, take him to trial. That's all I'm saying. And look at the charges that they charged them with. I mean, how do you question? Oh, well, why would they try to kill him? What do you think they gave him a 30-year sentence? What? That's a life sentence. That's not telling you that they trying to kill him. He didn't get 5 years. Okay, what was Chaos? 53 at the time? 54? I don't care. Anything 50 plus 30 is life. Okay? Is it a technical life sentence? No, but that's a life sentence. R. Kelly got a life sentence. Okay, y'all better try and just do the math and be real about it. Now you want to tell me why do they try? They trying to kill him now. And then you don't want to get him the medical treatment that he needs. Like, come on. Like, are y'all slow, stupid, or dumb? But see, you all want to always act like, and then to sit up there and act like people in jail don't get threatened and their lives don't get threatened. Where's Epstein? What happened to Epstein? Is Epstein alive? Are you all trying to act like people don't get unalived in there? They still trying to figure out what happened to that man. So why are you all so in disbelief? Why would they try and kill Kels? Like, I don't get it. I'm telling you, I sat back and I watched. And I just don't get it. How do you not understand? How do you not see it? Look how they came after him. Look what they did to put the case on him. Look at his charges. The man is charged with failure to disclose his STD status. You men that have been in prison, if you could find somebody that was charged for failure to disclose their STD status, I got $100. Okay. Failure to disclose part of his RICO. Not no state charges. We talking about part of his RICO racketeering. Come on now. If this stuff doesn't make you say, what? Just come on. And and let me say this. I gotta put this on the table because I've kind of contained this, but the bottom line is this: a lot of y'all aren't gonna understand. Even you can't really understand the R. Kelly case either without understanding Kels. Okay, understand. You have to understand the city. You have to understand the culture. What you do in Idaho and what's them cities down there? Alabama. What you doing? Oklahoma, Missouri. It's not what we do in Chicago, okay? Chicago was its own separate beast, okay? Now, why some of these cities might have some of the same similarities, but we're not the same. Okay, so you all want to discredit people who actually from the city, know the culture, and understand how things were moving. But see, and that's why I always stood ground, because I don't care how many people subscribe to my channel. I don't care what people talking about with R. Kelly. I am one of the few people who actually grew up in R. Kelly's era. Okay, grew up on the same side of town as Kels. Okay, actually breathed some of the same air at the same time as Kels in the city. Okay, our feet actually touched the ground on some of the same landmarks in the city. Okay, I actually know the culture and what was going on in the neighborhoods at the time. Also, the politics that were going on in the neighborhood at the time. It's nothing y'all can do about it. Okay, none of these people y'all watch now, these younger bloggers with this drill stuff, they wasn't there. Okay, all these people that got rumors about what was going on in the times, they wasn't there. I was. Okay, so when people try and tell me about Kels and the city and what was going on, you can't make what's acceptable in your city acceptable in mine. Okay, now whether what we was doing is corrupt, is demonic, it was wrong, that's what was happening, and you all can't change that. Okay, that was the culture. But if you really want to understand Kels and what was going on in the city, you got to understand the culture. Now, when people come and talk, I had some girl, what was her name? Queen Brielle. Yeah, I said your name. I was on somebody's channel, and she was saying something. What was we talking about? We was talking about Puff. Okay, so I was on somebody's channel. This was doing a Puff Daddy trial. Okay, and I told her, I was saying something about with Puff, and she was like, well, we already know you from Chicago and you down with the mess. What do you mean down with the mess? What is down with the mess? See, what people have to understand, you can't change, you can't validate, you can't discredit what happens in my city. You might not like it, you might not agree with it, but you can't say that it's mess just because it's not what happens in yours, or just because it's not something you familiar with or something that you are accustomed to. I mean, because it was so I was just shocked, like, damn, with the mess. What's normal in one place is not normal in another place. And why you too naive and stupid to understand that, it behooves me. Because nobody is saying accept the behavior. It's about understanding and analyzing what's going on and how we got to where we at. How Kels got to where he was at. Okay? There's no way you can understand Kels and how he got to where he was at without understanding where he was from, what city he was from, his family background, his family history. But you all discredit that. Okay? You all discredit the fact that he was essayed, okay? And also clearly has some type of I'm gonna say mental health, and I'm also gonna probably say learning disabilities. Okay, he was failed by the system. But you all don't take all that into account. But let one of you all essayers come in the chat. You want all sympathy and all sympathy cards. I ain't got it. Okay. If you don't have it for R. Kelly, if you don't have that same empathetic spirit and that same empathy for him, I don't have it for you. Okay. Because you all clearly want us to understand you, but you don't want to understand what he's been through, how he was failed, how he got to where he was. Okay. And let's talk about these people. Then you got these people in Chicago. What time is it? Okay. We got these people in Chicago. Well, he was picking up girls at the high school. Okay. I heard the same story. And also, once again, my feet were on Kenwood's touchdown at Kenwood Academy. My feet touched down at Hyde Park Academy, okay? Where he was too, okay? So, knowing that, being from the city, okay, yeah, my cousin. I called my cousin to confirm, and he said yes. I seen Kels picking up a girl from the high school, and I was like, okay, so what was going on? She looked like she was happy to me. She hopped in the car and they drove off. Okay. So you all want to make it like it was he went to the school and kidnapped her. He grabbed her by her neck and body slammed her into the car. It wasn't by gunpoint, people. You all try to make it so dramatic and act like it was more than what it is, okay? But let's further go into if you seen Kels up there while you was there, okay? Because mostly when people get out of school, okay, you supposed to go home. What you up there for? Maybe you was doing the same thing he was doing. Maybe you up there, maybe possibly gang banging. Maybe you was about to fire some shots. Maybe you was about to sell some narcotics. What you was doing there? See, don't nobody want to look at that. See, people in Chicago and even all over the world, we good for painting a picture on how we want it to be, but put yourself in it. What were you doing there? My cousin said he was leaving school. What were you all doing there? Doing the same thing, picking up the same girls. He probably picked up the same girl you was picking up last week. I mean, be real. Be real. And once again, not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but I'm telling you, that's what happened. And that's what was happening. And let's go further. That's what was happening then. And that's what's happening now. And let's go back to public safety. Like I told you all, if there's any time there is they about to put charges on somebody, it comes down to public safety. The government moves off public safety, people. That's the first checkbox they got to check off before they can bust a move on you. Okay? Public safety. Who in the public was Kels making us safe? It ain't affect me. From what I saw and from what we saw in the case, it was that small little group of people that volunteered to go live in his house, collect checks, get money from him, participate in whatever they was doing, okay, going back and forth home, taking the money and the gifts that he was giving them back home and coming back to the location. How was that a threat to public safety? You know why it's a threat to public safety? Because you created a documentary. You created a Lifetime mockumentary, Surviving Lies, that you put out that made his situation look bigger than what it was. Okay? I grew up decades in Chicago, and R. Kelly I never seen him. Okay? And he never affected me. Okay? I didn't have a threat to me. But those who chose to go around him and engage in the activities, you were participants. But I'm just trying to get you all to understand how we got to where we are. They created that documentary to make you all think that this is a huge threat to public safety in Chicago. That's not what it was, y'all. And anybody, once again, I said, you just need a little bit of education and a little bit of common sense to understand that. You don't need that much sauce to put on anything. They want to act like Kels had hundreds and hundreds of women coming visiting his house, and that's the whole thing when they talk about that they couldn't leave. That's the part that damned him. That's why they got to sue Lifetime. He has to sue them in order to gain his integrity back, because otherwise it's gonna be few and far between. Like I told you, my hairstylist just busted out and was like, "Yeah, what they like with R. Kelly when he was kidnapping." No. And she even saw it. But that's what people know. They let me tell y'all, ask people and have conversations with them and ask yourself, did you actually follow the trial? Or did you just see what the surviving last was about and then make up what you felt about R. Kelly? Make your opinion up based off of that. What did you do? Okay? And let me further go back to this too. Let me see, I'm gonna give y'all a little Chicago history, something that these people can't give y'all, okay? Because they wasn't there. In my era, in Kel's era, and even now, young girls talk to older guys talk to younger girls, okay, and whatever in between, okay, vice versa, mix it up, however you need to mix it up. Now, with that being said, R. Kelly's in prison and been in prison for what, 5-6 years or something like that. Has that situation stopped? Has the culture changed? Is Chicago's culture changed? I mean, what? I mean, and let's not forget that we got a high level of teen pregnancies, teen on teen pregnancies. Okay, like I mean, has that changed? Now that R. Kelly is locked up, this huge threat to public safety, is Chicago a safe place? Because if so, I need to go back. Okay, I need to go back then. Since now the R. Kelly is locked up, it's such a safe place. Further, let me go back to this. And this is what I really want to tell y'all. If Kels was doing anything that was not customary to the culture, meaning if he wasn't doing what the rest of the guys was doing in the streets, in the neighborhoods, and on the blocks, they would have got him out of there. They would have got Kels out of there. See, back then, we didn't move like these young guys move and do stuff and then run on the internet and tell, say, hey, I did it. Yep, I was on 63rd. I was on 99th in Halstead, and I tripped the old lady and smacked her. We weren't doing that, okay? And there's plenty of people, even if you take the time, Google it. We was heavy on the kidnapping. We was kidnapping. People got kidnapped and disappeared. They would get you out of there, okay? Now, let's go further. You got people talking about Kels was protected. Okay, maybe. Because for those of you that know, if you know, you know, Kels was affiliated. Okay. So maybe we could say protected. But let me tell y'all something about Chicago. Okay. And we gonna throw the gangs in there too. Okay. At the time when they saying Kels was doing all these nefarious things, the gangs ran the city. Okay, the gangs was structured and they ran the city. Okay, and let me just y'all know, law enforcement never ran never ran the streets. Okay, I mean to say streets. The gang ran the streets. Okay, even now you see now the gangs, most of them are dismantled. Law enforcement does not run the streets, and it's fact. You see it. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Now, granted, he could be protected, but what you all might not understand and might not know, you're gonna always have groups of guys that let's call them renegades, okay? Men and women, okay. But right now I'm talking about men that are gonna do what they want to do. They're not going to abide by the rules. They're not going to abide by the structure. They're not going to abide by the literature. How about what they doing now? You got these guys claiming that they in certain games. They're not following their literature. There's nowhere in their literature that says go smack your kinfolk. Okay. In fact, it says the opposite. Okay. So that just further tells you, but even we're going back then, there's always somebody who gonna do what they want to do and did what they want to do. That's why you had things you heard of a violation. Guys got violations because they did what was going on outside of the games and they didn't follow the rules and the structure. Okay, so they got violated. So you all want me to think? Well, you don't want me to think because I know better. I'm from there. You want people to think that they couldn't have paid nobody, or just on the strength of R. Kelly is a big ticket item. Okay, meaning that. Okay, let me not talk street. I want all people, all the folks, the clip folks, and everybody else to understand what I'm saying. If somebody would have unalived him, they'd have got credit points. Even now, okay, let's be real. Even now, they would have got quote unquote street credit, a name, okay, for doing it. And not necessarily like now, like you got these guys that like smacked off. It'd have been more of a if you know situation, okay, in that particular neighborhood, because somebody gonna know you did it. All right. Very seldom does stuff happen in Chicago and don't nobody know you did it. That little group of people that know you would have did that, would have knew, and you would have been the man over there. Okay. So stop it, y'all. Nobody in Chicago is safe. Kels could get touched. Anybody can get touched then and now. So don't sit up here and try and say, oh, he was protected. And I don't even know what to tell y'all, but that's what it is. If Kels was doing really messing with kids, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, they would have got him out of that. You all would have looked on the news. They'd have been playing down low, down low. R&B singer Robert Sylvester Kelly was found in Lake Michigan, floating by the 63rd Street beach. Okay, I'm just letting you know. So when all these people get to talking about all these R. Kelly stories, and I'm from Chicago, I was there. Know that. Put that in your file and save it. They would have got Kels. They don't care nothing about no Kels. Do y'all understand that everybody in Chicago think they're a celebrity? Okay, I mean, we think we great. We got high self-esteem. We think we popping. Think about it. I could have seen Kels. I wasn't going looking for him because I mean, I heard of him being in sites, local sites. Common sense. I saw him all the time. We saw celebrities all the time, but you got to remember our ego. We got big egos. We think we popping. We ain't care about none of that. Who cares who? Look at me. Yeah, we ain't care about none of that. So I'm just saying that they wouldn't have no problem getting them out the way. I'm just letting you know they'd have got down on them, and you all would have saw it on the news. Okay. Now would there have been retaliation? Because I ain't gonna act like he just walking around like a duck. Oh, that what he had guys now. Don't be no fool. Everybody got guys that's coming behind them, and something coming behind them. Okay, let's not be crazy. But could he have gotten touched? Everybody got everybody got a price. And in Chicago, you get somebody a pack of squares and a 3-5, you as good as gone. Okay, depending on who it is. You know, it's levels to this, but depending on who it is. You feed the right wolf and you gonna get what you need done. That was then and that is now. But one thing you better know is when you feed the wolf, a wolf is a wolf, and a wolf might turn around and guess what he might do? Eat you. Understand in Chicago, either you gonna eat or you gonna be food. Okay? That's just what it is. And I hope y'all got a better understanding of what's going on, Kels, the situation he was in, the city, and how things went. Because they try to make it like he was a monster, and I promise y'all, if Kels was this monster they created him to be, they'd have got him out of there. And did you see it on the news? I didn't see it on the news when they beat him up, and when they kicked his behind. I didn't see it. Did I miss it? I didn't see it. And then the guys don't give a damn about. Yeah, they was riding around bumping his music, but back then we grew up off principles and fundamentals and understanding. They wouldn't care nothing about no bumping ground down low. If Kels was running around here doing the stuff that y'all said he was doing, anything that was different than what was in the culture, messing with kids. Let me tell y'all, the rule was, and I've said it before, in the gangs, and that's universal street law. No women, no kids, no old people can't be harmed. Okay, so maybe let me tell y'all like that too. That was just the street law, universal street law. Okay, that was to be followed by all gangs. All right, and you see years after year, as the structure fell, and right now it's any man, anything, anytime, anywhere, light day with your grandma at the church, about to light the candle, about to put the body in the casket. It's anything goes right now. Okay, anytime, anywhere, they gonna smack the priest and take the money out the collection plate. And right now they don't give a damn. Okay, but I hope y'all understand what I said. It was different times back then. And I'll come back again and talk to y'all again about, the crack era and all. Cause see, I lived it. People want to sit up here and talk and bop about it. A lot of them wasn't even born when it started. Y'all, they weren't here after the fact. They popped up after the fact. They weren't there. It was different times, okay? But let me see what else. Because I think I'm about to get out of here. How long I've been on here, y'all? Oh, I got to say something to the hold on. Y'all see the Rams in the back. Those are the almighty Aries. And you see, think about a ram. So strategic in their foot placement. And they're walking up a mountain with these slippery rocks. And look how steady and stern they are. Shout out to all the Aries in the chat. And guess what they also look like? And guess what family they from? The goat. Yeah, look at them. The goat. Yeah. You see it. Okay, hold on. Let me find us another background, then I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta say something about the girl. Yeah, my stomach be hurting. Let me see. Is that in the background? Okay, wait. Yeah, my stomach. Okay, let's go to the we're on Lakeshore Drive at the beach. Okay, y'all. The 5150 runaway crackhead from the crazy house on Shutter Island. Girl, you funny. You are funny. I want you to know you funny, okay, sugar? All right. So I went to the trap house earlier, and Frank and Bam Bam was there. They had all the money right. You know what I'm saying? I went in there and make sure the count was right, the re-up was right. You know what I'm saying? It was rocking. We had people lined up. You know what I'm saying? Customers at the door. So we cool. Okay. So I left out, everything great. Okay. So I got to tell y'all, when I was watching Dana and Sylvia's saga, I can't remember who channel it was on, but oh yeah, it was the girl name was V Lenore. Y'all, I was watching this lady's channel and 5150 popped up. Y'all wait. Y'all 5150 popped up over there. And she did the same thing she did to me. Came in, being rowdy, name calling, being disrespectful. I think she called the lady. Oh, she an informant. Called her an informant too. Then she said the lady was fat and something else. And I was and the poor lady, she don't even know that the girl is really 5150. She really don't know that. So it was just funny hearing how they interact and what she was saying. But child, my stomach, and that's the whole thing. Girl, I was gonna let you live. Okay. I was gonna try and put my petty away and put the fact that you tried to disrespect me and insult me in the back. But when you popped up over there, I was like, oh, you a monkey child running wild. You just ain't gonna stop, girl. But I'm gonna tell you, and shout out to Angie. Okay. Shout out to Angie. A couple weeks ago, I did a live and I sent the bird call. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. And Angie caught the bird call. Okay. The bird call let her know we got one that we need to put in the cage. Okay. She caught the call. All right. So I'm gonna pull up the lab. It was about 3, maybe it was 4 weeks ago now. She played 5150's. She read 5150's case in which she hit the lady over the head. Okay. And that's why I understand something's wrong with you people. You all are deviants. You all have issues and problems. But yeah, you go around trying to pull out issues and problems in other people as if we're not going to dig in your background and find yours. Who does that? And then when we do, you're like, well, what does my personal life have to do with it? What you mean? What you mean? It has everything to do with it. When you think you're going to sit up there and call me a trap queen and a hoe, and I'm going to tell you too, you right, girl. I'm not from the south side of Chicago. You right. I scream south side just to make sure people know I ain't from the west side, okay? I'm not from the south side of Chicago. You're right. That's one thing you're right about, okay? I'm from the east side, all right? Skylife is from the east side of Chicago, if we being technical. Y'all heard me yell south side when I came on here. Yeah, I yell south side. That's just a smoke screen and a clear message to let people know I ain't from the west side, okay? But see, you and people like you said something to me on Levi channel in regards to seeing me in person. Let me just be clear. Don't play with me. Don't act like you trying to do a threat, a subliminal threat. None of that, girl. And you read your paperwork, okay? And when I have time, we gonna go back and do a what they call it, a reenactment or a response or whatever they call it. We're gonna go back and do it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, girl, I'll show you that I'm from the east side and not from the south side. Okay? Don't play games with me. Further, She just pissed me off. Um, y'all just stop y'all shit. Stop doing stuff, y'all. It's a lot of police stuff going on. Yeah, y'all got cases. I'm scared. I was scared to pop out. You might be in a federale case. Oh, when y'all see that thumbnail. That thumbnail is so profound, y'all. Dolph and his unaliver in the same picture with him singing his song, acting like he on his side. Just dirt. I don't want nobody around me. So the dude put that picture up. The disloyalty, the level of betrayal, y'all, is so severe. When I saw that, I was just like, oh my God, the dude is right here on the shoulder. Probably was, all in the space. Yeah, we brothers. Man, watch out. You see what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, once, like I said, everybody got a price. They had no hesitation of smacking Dolph when they got the right price that they wanted, y'all. It's cold out here. It's a bunch of wolves, and either you're gonna eat or be food. And I've been watching that trial, but all the telling, all these guys swearing that they G, they telling it all. Leave no stones unturned. They telling it all, baby. They telling it all. But then to look at the levels of how it went through other rappers trying to get other rappers smacked, man, it ain't safe out here. You guys want to be rappers. I can't make you see any more than what we see. I understand that there's a certain lifestyle that you want, fast money, fast cars, and the women, but is it worth your life? Is it worth your life? Not worth mine. I'm cool. I'm straight. I ain't got it, and I'm cool. I ain't got it. And if I don't get it, it ain't meant for me to have. and back to you, 5150. We gonna do what they call that? We gonna do a reenactment. Y'all go to Angie channel and watch it. It was like a 5-hour video. Go to the 3-hour mark. And I think it's about a 3-hour mark. She reads the paperwork. And let me tell you something, 5150. That's what I was gonna tell you something. I ain't Miss Taylor, girl. I ain't Miss Taylor. I ain't Mr. Taylor. I ain't none of them. Okay. You happen to be that day. You was the baddest on the block, girl. Okay. You was the baddest on the block, and that's why you got off the way you did. All right. And that's why it was like a flashback when I heard the story, because I was like, she made a comment to me that she saw me in person. 5150. I promise you, that situation wouldn't have went down the way it went down when you was in that. Now let me say this. I heard you also say, like, that's not how it was. That's not really what happened. Okay. And for the most part, I believe you, because, we saw what happened in the Kells case. You got what happened in the trial. You got what happened at the courthouse. You got what happened in real life. And then you got what happens on social media. I mean, it's levels to this, but okay. It might not have happened the way you said that it happened, but girl, 5150, girl, I'm just letting you know. If you ever see me in person, don't think any situation like that you experience is going to play out like you played that out, girl. Okay? Okay? I don't even know what's going to happen. But I know that it ain't going down like that. I know that. I promise you was the baddest on the block. Because, girl, I want you to pull it up in my driveway. I'm going to have to show you a picture. Oh, let me see if I can do it. How much time is it, John? I need to pop off. I got stuff that I should have been doing. Let me see. Picture. Let me say image of. Let me see. Chicago. Yes, Chad. You the saw it. I am not from the South Side. Image of Chicago City. Let me see if I can get y'all the. Okay, wait. Okay, here we go. This might work. Okay. So here we go. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see how this is a street in Chicago? Let me see if it's Chicago. Okay, it looked like it might be a street in Chicago. Okay, so do you see how there's a sidewalk? And then there's some grass. And then there's the street. Y'all probably can't see there's a street, but over here, those are the houses. No, that's the street. Hold on. It's like reversed or something. But over here is the street. Okay, so we got a street, then it's going to be some grass with the trees, and then it's going to be a sidewalk. Okay, everything from the street side, you can just call that the easement. The city own that, you don't own that. Okay, somebody can pull up in the street, put their feet in their grass right there. They can walk around in their grass. They can walk around in their sidewalk, and you're not on their property. Okay, you're in front of their house, but you're not on their property. Now, in this same picture, once you go past that sidewalk, and I'm just letting you know, 5150, just so you don't get caught up, baby. Let me see if we can get a good one. You pull up past that sidewalk, girl. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, this is a perfect one, y'all. Okay, y'all see this? Oh, damn. God damn it. It's like my hand keep hitting. Okay. Y'all see that? The street, then you see grass and trees, and then you see the sidewalk. You pull up on anybody's property, past that sidewalk, and the go button gonna go off. You're not even gonna know what happened. People just gonna start getting wild and rowdy. It's gonna be a whole different experience for you, girl. Okay? Just stop with your shenanigans. You pulled up in the people's driveway. You was kidding. But yeah, all that street and that grass right there, that call that the easement. You don't own that, okay? And the sidewalk. But anything past that, you on somebody's property, and you better get your gym shoes on because they coming, okay? That's just how we train. We just ignorant like that. Get your feet off my grass. Get off my property. We don't even want you really pulling up in front of the house on the street part, okay? By the curb. But technically, you do something, and you're going to be the one going to jail. Because that ain't your land. That ain't your property. Okay? But 5150, we'll talk again, girl. But you are funny. You and I'm so glad you popped up over there. Because guess what? Now we can say that you... I want to hold on my nose for like this. Hold on. Rub my nose. Now we can say... Let me see, is it running? Hold on. Okay, y'all. Now we can say that you are not a part of the chaos sector, okay? Yay! I'm so happy. We don't have to claim you. You are not our baby, okay? And let me say this to you too. You saying you had questions about how people got where and where they got to. I done seen you go on multiple people's channels and act a fool. Multiple bloggers. And any of us would have told you how who met who, how they got there, and what have you. You could have asked them. I think you were trying to figure out how Dana and Sylvia had met. Had you not been acted a fool on Dana's channel, I'm sure he would have told you. Now I don't know if you get along with Sylvia or not, but I'm sure she would tell you. But you can't go on people's channel calling them informants and and trap queens and stuff and think somebody gonna talk to you civilly and give you some information. Girl, come on now. Stop your shit. And it's time for me to go. But you the plant, okay? See, what you don't know is I kept talking to you, pushing you, and you try to call out an informant, think you was gonna flip it on me, but then you had you projected and said that we a plant. But see, what you don't know is the projection showed me who you was. You the plant, okay? You the one clearly working with the feds. Clearly let them drop you off along the way in the chaos sector, but you're not part of our sector, okay? And I'm so glad now. Going over there with V. Lenore and them. I don't know what they talking about, but yeah, mosey on the lawn now, because clearly you the federales, okay? But let me tell you what you can do while you're talking to them for me, while you're trying to insinuate I'm an informant and I'm a plant girl. Ask them that I got some IT jobs. Well, hold on. We gotta wait because while Trump is in office, he's smacking federal jobs. So we gonna wait. But tell them I need a rain check on the federal job, any type of computer job, and I'm trainable. Tell them to call me, okay? 5150. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna try and come back sooner than later. Oh, and I gotta tell y'all what the girl has said. I'm gonna tell y'all real quick and then I'm gonna go. So people been trying me, y'all. It's always somebody trying to mess with me. So I was talking to my friend about what was going on and what people was doing, what they trying to say about me. And I've been cool for the most part, y'all. Y'all know I'm getting older. It ain't cool to be going around letting people have and stuff, But you can, but it's a way that you have to do it. Okay, so I've been strategically and professionally defending myself. Okay, so anywho, I told my friend what was going on. She was like, you know what? The problem is you a zombie and you won't go down. And I was like, you damn right. You damn right. She was so right. Shout out to my green. She was so right. Because I've been out here, y'all. I've been out here for decades. I got a lot of life experience, education, just hard work done been put in. I don't put in work, okay? Dealing with all different type of relationships, family members, and I don't care who you are. I'm not, child, I done tried to pull the rug under me several times, and guess what? I recovered. I'm here now, y'all. I got a testimony, okay? And she wasn't lying. I'm not going down. I don't care who you are. I don't care what relationship you are to me. I ain't going down. I ain't been going down. And I don't care what. You can't play no manipulation tactics. You can't put no extra sauce on it. I ain't even taking no more sympathy cards, okay? From nobody. So don't even try and come that way. But she was right, y'all. That's why I put Welcome to Zombie Land, because I'm not going down. Zombie on land, zombie on water, zombie beneath. You will see me, okay? I don't care who it is. It's not gonna be easy, and get ready for the fight. Y'all, I mean, because some of y'all that follow me in the chaos sector, y'all know I'm big on respect, okay, and not being played with. Like, you know, I like to kick in and stuff, but see, y'all, some of y'all take it too far, and it's okay to say certain things that's personal, but you can't say something that's personal about somebody, then get mad when they say something personal about you that you might not have wanted to be said, or they say it in a different way, or they come in an area that you didn't even want to talk about. Okay, keep this stuff, keep it media. Best for y'all, keep it media, keep it Kels, keep it R. Kelly, keep it Puff Daddy, because some of y'all ain't ready for the dozens. Y'all ain't ready for the your mama jokes. Okay, in the comments about your family members. But that's all I'm gonna say, y'all. I've been around here a long time. In my life, I done put in work. Now, for some reason, I got people that just trying to come against me. I don't know if they want my attention, but why you don't want my attention like that? Why would you want negative attention from me? Okay. And I do my best, y'all, to ignore people, but it's some people that's in your life that you can't ignore. You gotta have to actually deal with the situation, you know, and it's best to do it in a professional manner. Like I say, do everything in the spirit of righteousness. I try and move the same way that I tell y'all to move. And we all fall short. Like JT say, we all fall short of the glory. The Bible even say that. But I'm gonna maintain, and it's God willing. In my fight, my struggle, I'm gonna be here. So welcome to Zombie Land. Skylife is gonna be here. By God's grace, I'm about to get out of here. I'll see y'all again. As always, do everything in God's divine order. Do everything in the spirit of righteousness to ensure righteousness prevails. Skylife loves y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. Hit the like button, y'all. I forgot about that. Hit the like button.